Okay, in this video, let's hear a little bit of what's taking place behind the scenes in insurance companies. This is something the entire world need to really understand of what's going behind the scenes with insurance companies. Now, this is a health insurance company he's referring to. Remember to subscribe, like, and share. And once you subscribe, we'll always see that you're notified once new videos are released. We'll notify you.
You guys have probably read this article on NPR about this woman who went in with a sore throat to her doctor in Manhattan and got a $26,000 bill for a throat swab. Now, it turns out the punchline here is she didn't have to pay for that bill because the insurance company, Blue Cross of Minnesota, covered the entire amount. And so people are thinking, well, cool, the insurance company covered it. That's an unusual story. Usually they're like fighting not to pay bills. But here's what you need to know about this story because it points at the fundamental, disgusting level of rot and graft and evil in our healthcare system that is not just hurting individual patients, it's hurting the entire economy and our country. If you're a patriot of any stripe and you care about America, we need to do something about this. This is what's going on. This woman went in with a sore throat she'd had for a week to her primary care doc in a very fancy part of Manhattan. The doc swabbed her throat, sent it off to the lab, ordered some tests, and then gave her a prescription for antibiotics anyways, which she took. She felt better. She went on vacation. Okay, first of all, probably shouldn't do that for a virus. Of course, I wasn't there, so I'm backseat quarterbacking here. Who cares? Or Monday, what is it? Sunday evening quarterbacking? Whatever the hell the sports terminology is that I don't understand. But what ended up happening was the doctor sent this off for a series of viral tests. I wonder what kind of cold virus you have versus all kinds of other, bacterial tests, streptococcus, etc. All the tests come back negative. The woman already took antibiotics. Then she gets a bill for $26,000 because the lab that the swab was sent to was out of network. How many of you guys have got an out of network medical bill? The insurance company often will deny these bills or make you pay a big part of it, but in this case, they didn't. Now, here's the dirtiest part. The lab that the doctor sent this test to is owned by the same company that the doctor is working in, the same partnership that the doctor is working in. The insurance company paid the bill. The patient had nothing. So if you ask the doctor will say, well, but the patient never had to pay and we needed the test. Okay, first of all, you didn't need a pan-viral test for this. It's a cold, you watch it, or you do a rapid strep swab, and that's all you do. So first of all, the doctor is absolutely wrong to order this expensive test without talking to the patient about what the financial ramifications are of that. The second thing is, why did the insurance company pay for this? Aren't the insurance companies supposed to protect our healthcare dollars by fighting to save themselves money? Here's what happened with that. Remember this thing called Obamacare? It was done with actually reasonably good intention. They told the insurance companies, hey, 80% of the dollars you're charging in healthcare premiums to individuals and companies need to be spent on the actual costs of medical care. And then you can have 20% to cover your overhead costs and your profit margin. Sounds like a good idea, right? Like many ideas the government has. It sounds good on paper until you put it in practice. Because what does the insurance company do? They go, well, okay, so we can make, let's see, 3% profit because we have 17% overhead and 80% has to cover costs. How can we make more money? What if we make the pie bigger and 3% of a bigger pie is more money? What if we actually let people overcharge for procedures they don't need? Then all we have to do is next year is raise the premiums to cover the actual medical cost, which is now higher, and then we make a higher amount of profit. That was the untoward side effect of the government policy on this, which, by the way, happens with many policies that are top down. You can't predict what happens, and then it happens, and then you go, whoops. Now, here's the thing. How does this affect people who aren't this lady? She didn't have to pay for it. Next year, guess what's going to happen to her insurance premiums? They are going to go up by 10, 18, 20%. Guess what's going to happen to companies around the country who are paying the bill for this? They're going to drop or keep your wages flat, which is what is exactly has been happening. This has been a financial albatross, this rot, this collusion between healthcare providers charging a bunch of money and insurance companies paying it, hospitals overbuilding and overcharging and doing stuff that honestly we don't even need. And then all these money games, people getting rich, everybody else's wages staying stagnant or going down. Is that how it feels to you? 1 in 5 Americans have collections agencies coming after them for medical bills that are inflated and probably unnecessary. All right? Now, the question is, what do we do about this rot? Well, the first thing is sunlight is the best disinfectant. We need to scream and yell about what's happening. Make these companies so uncomfortable about what they're doing that they're actually worried they're going to start losing money, right? And the second thing is, you need to tell me in the comments what you would do to fix this, because there are ideas out there that will transform healthcare. We've given you some of them. I want to hear yours, okay? Do me a favor, share the video. Get pissed off about this. This should piss you off. It pisses me off, and I'm a doctor. I could get rich doing this. And I wouldn't be able to sleep with myself. And those are the kind of people we should be letting into medical school, not this doctor who would charge $25,000 through her own lab for a medical test that's going to destroy the entire country's economy. All right? We out.